Joined by Denver Mayor Michael Hancock. He's at home. I'm at home. Presumably, you're watching this from home. Mr. Mayor, thanks for your time.
Glad to be with you, Kyle.
Day one, do you think that Denver is complying with the stay home order?
From what we are seeing around the city, we are getting compliance. I know some folks are moving about, taking care of their personal business at grocery stores and pharmacies, but from what we understand, the city is pretty quiet right now.
And what's your thought process about when enforcement would be appropriate? What would you need to see to call for heightened enforcement?
Well, we have some heightened enforcement in terms of what we're able to do before we complete our training and equipping everyone. Going on right now. I mean, we've got more police patrols out. Our park rangers are out, as well as our health inspectors are out there as well. But in the next few days, we'll have more people trained and we'll have more people on patrols. But they'll also be equipped with their personal protective equipment, which is important for us to make sure we're properly deploying people.
Republican House Minority Leader Patrick Neville said today that the stay home orders are leading to a Gestapo like mentality. The Gestapo, of course, being the Nazi secret police that tortured and executed people.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate. I got to tell you, I think it's crises like this, Kyle, that really bring out the best of people and the worst of people. And this is very responsible language at a time where we know we're facing something that we're all trying to get our hands around and to properly protect all communities, urban and rural alike. We're not taking these decisions lightly. We know they're impacting people's lives, they're impacting our economy, but there's no greater responsibility or oath that I've taken or the governor has taken than to protect the health, safety, and well being of all folks in the state of Colorado and in our cities. And so I think that's very responsible because we're doing everything we can to protect everyone, including that elected representative.
President Trump is saying this week that he is hopeful that restrictions can be lifted in a couple of weeks by Easter Sunday. He talked about the idea of church pews being packed on Easter. When you hear that, what do you think?
Here's the reality. After watching the president over the timeline of this whole challenge, from the time that the virus was really impacting China to Italy, now to the United States, it became very clear and apparent to many of us that we better listen to and pay more attention to our experts than, unfortunately, our president. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm listening to public health experts, medical professionals, epidemiological experts who are all better equipped and so much smarter in helping us to guide our decisions and make the right decisions for the people that we are called to represent. So, I'm sorry that the president has said the things that he has said with regards to Easter Sunday. We're going to follow the advice and the engagement of those who I think know a little better how this virus is impacting our communities and are helping us to make good decisions on behalf of everybody.
I want to talk about what happened on the day that you issued the stay home order. Did did you and the city fail to anticipate that telling people that liquor stores and pot shops were going to be closed was going to cause a mad rush, or was it a miscommunication and they were always supposed to remain open and something got mixed up?
Yeah, let me just say this. Listen, this is uncharted territory for us. Historically, as I just got off the phone with some folks who are in Los Angeles, we've not seen this situation before. And as elected officials and as people who are making these decisions, we're going to make missteps. We're going to say things that we don't that we're going to have to come back and say, listen, we're going to modify the statement. And so let's not look for perfection. Let's look for good coordination, good decision making as best we can, and then hopefully we'll get where we want to be. But the reality is that within minutes after I stepped off that platform, we knew we were going to modify what we had just said with regards to liquor stores and recreational marijuana, but also construction sites. We wanted to be very clear. Within 15 minutes of that decision, or at least that statement I made from the platform, we learned about the lines that were being formed around liquor stores. And so that was certainly something new that caught us off guard. But yeah, we walked off that platform and knew we needed to modify and clarify that liquor stores would remain open because it was a grab and go situation. We should be able to manage the very intensive requirement around social or physical distancing. Same thing with our recreational marijuana retailers. And of course, we wanted to clarify that construction sites will go forward with, again, the physical distancing requirements in place. So, misstep, We knew we could do better. We were ready to do so. We thought we'd wait till next morning to clear up the air, but the lines that were forming uh, led us to go ahead and announce the modification that evening.
All right, Mr. Mayor, there are lots of questions, but we're going to have lots of time in the days and weeks ahead to talk through this stuff. I appreciate your time, and let's talk again soon.
Kyle, thank you. Come on back to the man cave at some point. We'll be happy to come online with you.
All right, very good. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I appreciate your time. Take care.
Bye bye now.
All right.